Good morning, my beautiful soul family. Um, it's morning my time for a lot of you on the other side of the country or wherever you may be in the world. It may not be morning, but it is still morning for me. It's about, what time is it? It is about 10:18. And I wanted to do another video. I wanted to start getting this channel moving and promoting and spreading healing. Um, Too many of us are going through grief right now. And if you haven't seen my other video, I decided to make this channel in order to bring about healing and, help each other through the stages of grief with whatever that may be. Um, my daughter passed away a little over 3 years ago to she was living an addictive lifestyle. And it is a grueling story, a lot for me to talk about, which I'm not mentally able to right now today. I'm kind of having a rough day. But I will get to that video to get more in depth on what happened to my girl. Um, I do want to say that in her case, and in many cases with addiction, that she didn't pass from addiction directly. She was living an addictive lifestyle in addiction, but she was in the wrong place at the wrong time and passed in a fire. I blame addiction because that wouldn't have happened. She wouldn't have been there if she was not living that lifestyle. So with that being said, I've been working on a nonprofit in order to keep her alive here and in order to spread healing and awareness. And the most important thing that I'm learning about grief is that we need each other. And that's what kept me alive was, coming to the realization that I have a purpose for being here. And so it was finding the purpose. And that's what this channel's about. And I think I'm going to rename it the Grief Channel because I know this is going to be so beneficial and so helpful to many. Before I got the news that my daughter had passed away, I am an intuitive, and I had a business going. It was Intuitive Readings by V, and I was doing well. And when this news hit me, it went out the window. I mean, there was no way I was going to be able to continue that at the time. I was knocked flat on my butt. So I had to learn to relive again. And it wasn't until recently that it was time for me to pull my beautiful decks out, my beautiful oracle cards, my beautiful Lenormand. I do Lenormand reading, which is another branch. It's not tarot. It's a different branch of intuitive reading. And I have cards. I also use oracle cards. And, I just thought it's time. It's time to utilize this to bring it back into my life so I can once again start being a part of healing, helping to heal others, including myself. This has not been an easy journey. So, I pulled a few cards today. I asked my guides to give me a general message for all those who are seeing this video, because I believe that if you're watching this, you're meant to hear it. If you've made it this far in my video, you're definitely meant to hear this. And this will resonate. So, if you're dealing with grief and you've lost someone, or, maybe it's not because of a loss. Grief is grief, it could be divorce. It could be the loss of anything important. It doesn't have to be a life. It's not my it's not for me to say, what is grief to you. It's a very personal journey. So today I pulled, it was funny because when I was speaking with my guides, I said, please, give my beautiful viewers a message that will resonate and help start the healing process. Um, and it's funny because they kind of all spit out of the deck at me. There was four of them. I was just going to pull one, but there's four of them. So I want to start with the first one. And this is perfect for all of us that are going through grief. Look at it's backwards. I have to learn how to do this correctly. But it is guardian angel, you are not alone. I don't know about those of you, but when my daughter passed, it had been quite some time, and she would send me feathers. Feathers would appear out of nowhere, and it was this type of feather. I have felt very alone during my grief, very detached, very alone. And to get this card, it was a great message for me, and I know that this is a message for all of you who are watching this right now. I believe that. You are not alone. We may feel alone in our grief, and we may feel that it's just that there's no hope, hopeless, lonely, derailed. I've felt derailed. We're not alone. And there's always signs if we're able to see them. And another card I pulled that spit out at me, I don't know if I should use those words, but literally it spit out at me, was the High Priestess. Harness your mystic power. For those of you that are watching this, I believe you're all gifted. I believe everyone is gifted. Everyone has these gifts. It's whether or not you're using them. And I want all of you to know that you are gifted and you have these gifts. When my daughter would send me feathers, I knew the sign immediately. I knew it was from her. So if you just look for these particular signs, it could be anything. You'll see synchronicities. You'll see something that a bird. It could be anything that reminds you of a loved one. You just keep your eyes open, always, even through your pain. Talk to your loved ones if they've passed away. Talk to your guides if you're going through a different part of grief, or a different avenue of grief, I should say. If it's divorce, if it's whatever, talk to your guides because you have them right there with you. You've got your loved ones right there with you. That's who this message is from. It's from either your guides or people who have passed. One of the two. So if you're not going through a grief of losing someone and it's because of a divorce or something physical or anything, this is a message for you from someone who has passed, or somebody, or a guide, if you will. So these are really, really important. Harness your mystic power with whatever you're going through. Do something that brings out your creativity, because that will bring out your power. That will bring out healing from in you. I hope that makes sense to you, because it makes a lot. It's taken me a while to get to where I'm at, but these are very powerful cards. Another card that I drew was grow within your current situation. This is the wise one. Everything's backwards, I'm sorry. Grow within your current situation. No matter what we're going through, no matter how dark it may seem, it's important we learn to see some kind of beauty in it. I can see no beauty as of yet directly with my daughter passing in a fire. It's devastating. But I see the collateral beauty. I see the beauty surrounding it and what's becoming of it. And it's taken 3 years for me to do this. So grow within your current situation. no matter what it is, anything. Find the beauty surrounding it if you can't find the beauty in it. And I'll tell you, I've seen people go through really, really hard times and they've come out 10 times stronger. There's a reason that we're here in our grief. There is a reason that we were put here to deal with it. And it's to come together and help each other grow. And it's important to find, I want to say The Collateral Beauty. I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, but you should if you haven't. It's a rough movie. Get the tissues out. But it's a really deep movie, but you can learn a lot from that. I learned a lot from that movie. I've only been able to watch it once. I haven't seen it since my daughter passed. I can't. There's so many things I can't do. But the fact that I started a nonprofit, that's growing within the current situation. It's been a living hell, but to grow within it in this way in order to reach others, because if I can save one life in her honor or in her memory, however you want to say it, it's growth. And so that way she didn't pass in vain. But I really, really want to emphasize to all of you, no matter what you're going through, just look for, it's important to grow in it. And it takes a lot. Sometimes it takes just sitting and doing nothing. But you've got to grow. You've got to grow from it. Because if you don't grow from what you're going through, there's only another way to go. And that's not good. So we're all here to help each other and get through this. Finally, the last card that I pulled was the Water Guardian, which is connect with your emotions. I loved these cards that I pulled because they have everything to do with grief of whatever capacity it is. Connect with your inner emotions. That should have been the very first card I pulled. They all kind of spit out at me at the same time, so I had to take them. When Spirit says something, I listen. So I said, well, I guess everyone's supposed to hear 4 different messages. So connect with your inner emotions. That is a hard one. I started to do my artwork in order to connect. Also, I learned of a new technique. It's called neurographica. For those of you that are artists, if you want to do some art therapy and healing art, Google neurographica. It's amazing. Definitely research. I can do a whole nother video on neurographica, but it's new to me, so I still have research to do with it. But, I'll show you. This is what it ended up being here. I don't know if you can see it. That is kind of where my brain is, if you will. But neurographica is an amazing technique that you can get information from your spirit guides. You can get, it's directly from your subconscious. So you can get information from things that you can't think of off the bat. And it's a wonderful way of healing. You can get in-depth messages. There's many courses to it. So again, I'm on the first course, but as for connecting with your emotions, neurographica is amazing. And nature is another great, that's something that I can't live without. As a matter of fact, when my daughter passed, I've been kayaking. I've just been resonating with trees and hiking and just sitting, being quiet. It's crucial that you connect with your inner emotions and deal with it. I'm an alcoholic, and once again I have 64 4 days today back. I was sober a while, and I wasn't a lot of the time through my daughter's through dealing with my daughter's passing, and it's taken a lot for me to start feeling these emotions again, and living God's purpose, honestly. And so, dealing with your emotions is crucial. I'm saying this from experience, and I've just completely been transparent with you all about how I have fallen. But I have, because I haven't wanted to feel my emotions. So, I'm learning how important it is, and now I'm feeling it. Now I'm feeling the grief, and that's why I'm reaching out to all of you so we can all come together and heal together and do this together. And it was time for me to pull, my walls down and get back out there, start making videos, and start giving messages again, because I know that's my purpose. I know it's for the highest and best good for all of us as a collective. So the final one, like I said, connect with your inner emotions. I want to kind of challenge all of you this week. I'm going to try and post, I'm going to post one video per week. I'm going to try and do more. Again, this is really rough getting back out there for me. And so, and I need all of you. I need all of you. We're a family. You won't see many followers yet on the new channel. I have a personal channel that's more popular, but it's more about my grandkids and family and wonky, funny stuff. But this is more serious, and I wanted to make a video geared towards healing grief. And again, I really want to call this the grief channel. I think it's great. Healing together. I want to do things like that. So this is my second video, and I'm excited to just share everything that I've been experiencing and everything that I'm going through with all of you, because I think that it will really, really help. I know these cards must have resonated with you. And I'm just excited to just keep doing this and keep going forward together and healing in this journey that we are all on. It's a seemingly impossible journey. And so I love you guys. And thank you if you're still here listening to me ramble, I hope that the messages that I brought through were able to give you a little strength for today and send a little bit of love and hope. That's why I'm here. Someone that needs it herself. So please feel free to comment. Give me your ideas. Please share my channel. Please subscribe, like. I need to get this. I want to get this off the ground. And let's do this together. Let's heal together. Let's keep our loved ones who have passed alive together, because that's what everything I'm doing is about. And again, if it's not because of the loss of a loved one, let's heal together. It doesn't matter, where your grief is. It doesn't matter. It's the fact that you're still going through it, and you're superhuman if you're going through it. So I love you guys, and thank you for listening, and thank you for being a part of my journey. I'll talk to you soon.